There is a huge tomatoes here, which we must give to you to taste.
Many are the trials of the just man, but from them all the Lord will rescue him.
What a man sows, there he reaps. If he sows in the field of self-indulgence, he will get a harvest of corruption out of it. If he sows in the field of the Spirit, he will get from it a harvest of eternal life.
As it was in the beginning, is now, and ever.
The Order of the Sisters of Fatima in northern Nigeria was founded in 1965 by Bishop John Raddington, SME. The order presently has 50 sisters.
If you look around Nigeria, there are some congregations that have hundreds and hundreds of sisters, but in the north it's different. Our vocations don't come in large numbers. We have sometimes about maybe 3 girls coming in to start the apostolancy in a year, and then we might end up professing maybe 2 or 1, or sometimes the 3 will be professed at the end of their period of formation in the novitiate. We believe that taking small numbers will enable us as a congregation to form them and to train them well.
Father John Raddington, the order's founder, wanted the sisters to come from the local population. He wanted them to serve the church generously and spontaneously, helping the poorest of people.
Looking at our charism, we are not tied down to only one particular apostolate, but we find ourselves responding to the needs of the people among whom we live. It could be medical, it could be educational, social, or pastoral. So these are the 4 main areas where our apostolate are focused.
Nigeria, Africa's most populous country, lies between the Guinea Bay in the south and the Sahara Desert in the north. In the north, the climate and land are hot and arid. Over 70% of its 130 million population have no access to clean drinking water. The Sisters of Fatima endeavour to solve this lack of clean water in their part of northern Nigeria, fully aware that its shortage is the main cause of the majority of illnesses.
You have layers of gravel, stones, somewhere here. And then on this layer you have charcoal, which is alkaline, and it attracts all the metallic contents in water. And then somewhere right up again you have the quartz sand, and from this space you have the fine sand. This is what you can see at the moment. You can see the sand. 1/3 of the drum then is left and water is poured into it and it's regulated here. You can get pure water filling a bottle of Coke or almost a liter or
25 cl.
25 cl, yes.
Water.
Filling in 1 minute. This water has been tested in the lab and it has met the World Health Organization acceptable standard. We produce the pure water and sell to the public. We have it for households and we go about in the villages and in the cities because we realize now that there's a lot of impurities in water and about 75% of ailments around us is mainly from waterborne diseases. So that's why we went into that. So we give workshops and then install the units for the water purification.
The sisters build containers which house clean drinking water in Christian and Muslim villages alike. They provide this service specifically in central and northern Nigeria, where the dry season is most harsh.
During the rain will fall through the zinc and it flow into the safety tank, and then it's ready for people to use. The rainy season they use it, while the dry season there's no rain, there's no water in the river as of now. Then they make use of it, drink during the dry season as at this time.
This tank was built in 2004 so that we could have easy access to a water supply, because it was difficult to get water. We go downstream to get water. This is why it was built, so that at moments like this, when the river is dry, we could get water. It was built by a Catholic organisation. Roman Catholics built it.
The sisters also promote projects that involve the use of cheap energy. For example, biogas, a byproduct of organic material decomposition, composed mainly of methane and carbon dioxide, can be used as a fuel to generate electricity or to provide heat. The sisters use biogas for cooking in the home or irrigating or fertilizing fields so as to maximize harvest yields. They apply simple technologies. Once the testing phase has been successfully completed, the units are replicated for use in the countryside.
We had it burning for about 1.5 hours, and we boiled some water using our pressure cooker. So it was fascinating to see that.
We can use it to get gas for household cooking and whatever. There is energy. Then the slurry could be used for farm. You can see this is the slurry that we use here, and it's really serving as a manual here. Then we can equally feed it to the fish pond to fertilize the pond, and it aids in the growth of the fish.
We have tomatoes intercrop with garlic. This one is a trial. We want to see how effective the slurry is on the crops, so that after getting the result, this result we can just take it to the farmers, whereby they will be using it at the communities.
The irrigation system, in the past, they don't use engine here. They don't use water pump. They use it manually by a kind of joining something with calabash, and there's a river very close, and then you just pull it up. But with the present situation here, I think it is more improved compared to before. That's the month of February. We started the harvest up to this stage, and we are still harvesting from it. Like today, we harvest not less than 15 baskets. These are the smaller baskets. So if you will rate it by how much we sell it to them, at the rate of 650, you will know how much earning we have in a week, per week.
The sisters serve in the 4 dioceses of Kaduna, Yose, Lavia, and one sister in Abuja. They confront the poverty and privation that Nigerians have to face at every turn. The majority of the inhabitants are unable to afford hospital treatment. That is why the sisters have learned how to make full use of locally available plants in the production of wholly effective medicines. At community meetings and workshops, they encourage villagers to undertake the preparation of such medicines that are cheaper than those that can be bought.
And this one is particularly used for people with all kinds of diseases actually, but mainly for infertility cases. And it has helped a lot of women to even, be able to deliver. There are a lot of plants around us. They are so medicinal, and that will substitute a lot to the medical requirement that our people need at a very affordable and cheap price, even for nothing, because they can just pick the plants around them, either crush or boil, and we discover that they take them and they are okay without going to the hospitals.
The Sisters of Fatima work together with the Benedictine convent in Iwu Isha. They teach the Benedictine nuns how to prepare medicines, how to prescribe and sell them. They also receive a part of their medicines from the Benedictines that they then sell in their own shop. They produce the remainder of the medicines themselves. Every month, a minimum of 30 to 50 people come to the shop to obtain medicines for a variety of illnesses. Bloody conflicts against a religious backdrop are a constant Nigerian reality. Such conflicts have, since 1999, caused the death of over 11,000 people and the burning of over 200 churches. The Sisters of Fatima are at such times exposed to great dangers. In spite of the risks, they strive to help everybody. They believe in a reconciliation with the Muslims.
Wherever we find ourselves, whether there is crisis or no crisis, we try to respond, as I've said, to people as we meet them, whether they are Muslims or whether they are Christians. We try to reach out to all. Like 2 years ago,